How nice is it to come to the office after a weekend and find this?
Good job, Peter. This looks so much better now.
I definitely have the best office mate, and I think this is a sign to go ride. So I was at the cottage for the first time this season with my dad, and it was just, I love that place. It's so good there, just taking off time, relaxing, being disconnected from everything. But as I was kayaking in the middle of the lake in the sunshine, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about filmmaking style. One of the hardest things when you're starting out is to find your own style. And well, actually, it's kind of impossible. Let me explain why. Now, for me, I think I've actually kind of found my style. Not in everything, but I feel like I've kind of found my place. I know what I like, what I do, why I do it, and why I like it that way. But I've been filmmaking for like 8 or 9 years now, and let's say every year I've made 50 videos. I've probably made more, but let's be conservative, 50 videos. That means I've made over 400 videos already. And usually the people who ask this question of, how do I find my style? How do I make things unique? They've only made 2 or 3 or maybe 10 videos. And they're stressing about how their videos should be unique. They shouldn't be copying anything. They should be unlike anybody else's videos. But that's just not possible, especially in the beginning. Nobody is 100% unique, and especially in the beginning, you're not gonna find your style yet. Over time, as you're making videos, you develop this sense of style. You start understanding why you like the things you do, and then you learn to incorporate those in your videos in a unique way. To the point where you know when you're watching a Casey Neistat vlog, like, that's so Casey, and if somebody else does similar things, you think, well, that's a Casey thing, or that's a Peter thing, or that's a David Fincher thing. And if you don't know who David Fincher is, I recommend for you to pause this video right now, go and watch a David Fincher movie, any Fincher movie. They're just incredible. And it's still not 100% unique. Everybody has similar things in their videos, but it's unique and consistent enough that people recognize that style. So how do we go from plain old copying in the beginning, because let's face it, that's what everybody does, and if you're in denial, first deal with that denial, to someone who has a distinct style where other people can point and say, yeah, that's his style, that's how he does things, or that's his way of storytelling, or those are exactly the kinds of angles that person uses all the time. How do you develop that sense of style even over time? And these apply to photography, videography, pretty much probably any creative field. I mean, I only know my creative field, but I assume these also apply to other creative fields. Now, first, we need to deal with that denial. Why? Well, knowing whose style or what style you gravitate to can be a huge help. Not just to full-on copy those people, but to break down what they're doing. What are the things that you specifically like about that person's style or that way of doing things? Is it the mood? Is it the framing? Is it the colors? Is it the editing? Is it the music? What is it that you like about that person's style? Once you can break things down and pinpoint those exact things that you like, then you can stop copying the overall style and just take certain aspects and develop your own unique style using those same techniques. Learn to understand why they're doing the things that they're doing and how they're doing it, and then you can really start incorporating different aspects of those styles, taking a little bit from there and a little bit over there, and building your own unique style. The key here is to understand what it is that you like and then use those things to build something new. Create something new. Does that make any sense? As Steve Jobs actually quoted, I think it was Picasso, or a saying that Picasso used to say, and he said, "Good artists copy, great artists steal, and we have always been shameless about stealing great ideas." And I think this is what he meant. I don't think they were just stealing things, different ideas. They were taking aspects of ideas and then creating something new and hopefully better than those original things. So study your favorites, find out what it is that you actually like, and then build something new from those. And then 2, to help you kind of break down those favorite artists of yours, those favorite creators, these are, I think, some of the biggest things that kind of make those styles. First off, composition. How are you framing things? What lenses are you using? Are you using a lot of center framing? Are you using the rule of thirds? Are you using a lot of Negative space. What's going on in your composition? That's a huge part of what makes your style you. Next we have lighting. Are you using harsh lighting? Are you using soft lighting? Are you using natural lighting? Do you have more of a studio lit look? How do you light things? That's a massive part of your style. And maybe you're saying that I don't use any lights. Well, there's always some sort of lights. You're using something, so think about that. Think about what your favorite creators are doing and then maybe implement some of those things. Editing plays a massive role. Are you using just straight cuts, or are you doing all sorts of transitions? What music are you using for your edits? Editing is just like, there's so much with editing, but editing is a massive part of your style as a filmmaker. The color grade is another thing that you can distinguish yourself by. Are you using teal and orange? Are you going Transformers or more desaturated? What's going on your color grade? That's something that if you keep consistent and make kind of unique to you, people are going to recognize that right away as part of your style. Another big area is the way you tell stories. Are you using short films? Are you doing documentaries, mini documentaries, full document? Are you doing vlogging? Even in those genres, there's so many different ways you can go with the storytelling. Maybe you like short films, but you kind of like drama comedy mixes, or maybe you like more moody, dark thriller kinds of short films. There's so many different ways that you can go. Again, a huge part of your filmmaking style. Again, the important thing here is to recognize these different areas that you can kind of think about, okay, I really like this person's work. Is it the composition? Is it the lighting? Is it the editing? What is it that I like about this person's work, so that I can take those techniques, some of those different aspects from different people, and make my own unique style. But first, you need to break it down in order to figure it out. So use these different areas to figure out what it is that you actually like. And then number 3, and probably by far the most important, is to just be you. That is the one thing that is absolutely 100% unique, is that you are you and nobody else can be you. All your experiences, the things you're interested in, the way you see the world, the things you like, all that is a part of your personality, and you need to learn to bring that into your films, no matter what kind of films you're making or what kind of art you're creating. If you put yourself into the video, that is truly what makes it unique, because nobody can be you. And maybe you don't really know what exactly you are yet, but don't worry, that probably means you're fairly young. You have tons of time to figure it out. I don't think I have it completely figured out, but I kind of know who I am and what I stand for, what I believe in, what are my experiences. All that stuff kind of comes into play in these videos. So all you need to do is figure out what you like, analyze it, find out why you like that, and then use it to bring out your personality, to bring out your humanness. I think that's how you find your style. Now, the moral of the story is that it takes time. This will not happen overnight. It takes years, it takes hundreds of videos for you to find your own style. Don't worry, guys, it's okay. It's okay for it to take time. In the beginning, just worry about getting good at your craft, figure out how to actually make things happen, and then later on you can kind of figure out how to shape your style and all that stuff. It'll come, but it'll take hundreds of videos before you really start developing your own style. There'll be little nuggets of it in the earlier videos, but you won't fully realize it till way later. Don't even worry about it. Just focus on making stuff, learning, and just having fun, really. I don't really know how to end this video, other than I just really hope that this is more of an encouragement and not kind of a confusion thing. I really want to encourage you guys to not worry so much about trying to develop your own style and being unique, especially in the beginning. Later on, yeah, you can worry a little bit more about that, but I'd rather you guys just get stuff done instead of just focusing on and trying to plan your own style. Just make videos and it'll happen organically. By the way, it's really great to have Peter back. Peter was in New York last week, and it was kind of lonely in the office. And if you saw my last video, I was a little bit bored without him. So it's really nice to have him back and just catch up. All right, I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hit that like button or subscribe to the channel or whatever. I don't know. Do something. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.